Well, as the Trump administration continues to make cuts to federal programs, local nonprofits are beginning to plan around a future without federal assistance. Aaron Stuvey has more.
Recent cuts by the Trump administration on federal grant programs have begun to trickle down to the local level, and organizations that have historically relied on federal funding are making backup plans in the event that it gets cut off for good. Mankato's Living Earth Center makes use of one grant in particular, the local Food Purchase Assistance Program. The organization donates food grown in its community farm to area food shelves, and the grant reimburses them for the cost of the food, making the frequent donations sustainable. The grant will continue funding the effort through the rest of the year, as the money was fully approved back in 2023, but are now planning for a future without federal assistance.
The uncertainty is affecting grants, it's affecting communities, it's affecting families. And I think that building a strong community is our best defense against this.
The Living Earth Center says that federal funding is only one aspect of their sustainability model, and that their main source of funds is private donations and sponsors from organizations like the School Sisters of Notre Dame and a state grant. Leaders in the organization say that while it will take a bit of shuffling around, their support of local food shelves isn't going anywhere.
The food donation program is a pillar of what we do, and that that program will continue. I think that it will just be shifting, getting maybe a little creative in finding funding sources to pay for our costs in that program.
In Mankato, I'm Aaron Stuvey.